it's Proceeds, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. This weekend was Eurovision, but sadly, because of the pandemic, it had to be cancelled. They did run a show where the presenters stood on the set that they'd built at 6 feet apart and hosted a show which presented clips of the songs that would have been entered into the contest, as well as some musical interludes from past winners and contestants, and the whole thing was just a bit sad. Not sad in it was sad, it made me sad, you know, because Eurovision is supposed to be like cheesy, fun, awesome, tacky music and stuff like that, and crazy costumes and whatever, and this year they couldn't do that, so like, it was basically people in their homes or their backyards, like, singing acoustically, and acoustic versions of songs are always a little bit sadder, and then, you know, I mean, so I would get a little teary and stuff, and then, like, you know, I even cried when Bjorn Ulvaeus from ABBA came out to give a little speech from his home, and then even the sequence where they had a montage of European national landmarks being lit up in dazzling displays set to music, that also got a tear. So it was kind of a sad experience. It was lovely, but I would have killed for just one upbeat disco number, please. But as for gaming, which is what you're here for, I have not played any more Yakuza because I can't make my PS3 controller behave. So I caved and I ordered one of those knockoff PlayStation 3 controllers, because it's like half the price of the Sony brand controller. Even now, the PS3 controller is still expensive, and I'm just like, no. And, like, I just went to Amazon and looked around, and there was one that had, like, really decent reviews, like, they were good reviews, and then the few bad reviews that I saw were basically like, it didn't work, but then they amended those reviews to say, like, oh, but the seller was really good, and they're like, oh, we're sorry, here, we'll send you another one, you know, and they did a replacement. So they were, you know, easily to exchange. I can't tell you if it's any good yet because it hasn't arrived. Hopefully I don't need to exchange it because it's already taking a week for Amazon to process and deliver this because it is not an essential item. Video game controllers apparently are not essential. GameStop. And so I have to wait like a week. It's supposed to arrive on Tuesday, we'll see, so I should be able to talk about it next week and let you know if it actually works or not. I, of course, am playing Animal Crossing, and I've reached a really nice place in Animal Crossing where it's finally, like, relaxing, and I can play for a little bit, and it's like, you know. Because in the beginning, I was playing for a long time because it's like, oh, I don't want to live in a tent, I need to have a house, and then I gotta make sure that, like, I get all my neighbors to move in, and I've gotta, like, build all the plots, and that costs money, and so I was, like, constantly fishing and catching bugs and everything, trying to get bells, and it just, you know, it was a lot of work in the beginning. So I would play it for, like, you know, an hour or two at a time, and it was a while, you know. So now it's nice that I can just sit down and play for like 15-20 minutes, and it's like, I can just walk around, I can clean up my island and talk to my neighbors and, you know, do what I gotta do and check out what's on sale and maybe get a new outfit. And so that's fun. And it's nice and relaxing because I'm not, like I said before, all these people with their terraforming and their sidewalks and their big, like, completely organized streets of houses and rows and everything. I'm not into that, and it's also, that's a lot of work, and to me, Animal Crossing isn't supposed to be work. So I've reached a nice point where I can just relax, and Animal Crossing is what it is supposed to be. And I am still playing Assassin's Creed Origins, which I am still enjoying quite a bit. Well, except for there was a big boss fight with a snake that was already a pain in the butt because it was ranged combat, and I'm not good with ranged combat. If you give me a bow and arrow and someone who's standing still, I can take them out. If they're moving, not so much. Then I need like a Gatling gun with like a spray of bullets to just, you know, maybe a few of them will hit. So I'm like twang, 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 and it just took a while to defeat this boss. Not that it was like hard and I kept dying or anything, it just took a long time because I wasn't hitting him. So it took a long time for me to eventually kill him. And after I did that, there was like a little scene where you walk around a field. Well, there's a cutscene, then there's a scene where you walk around a field. And then, as it was saving on the black screen, it froze. And I was like, oh my god. And I didn't know where it saved, so when I booted up my game again, and I loaded my save, I was like, please don't make me fight that snake again. Thankfully it did not. Hopefully that bit in the field was the end of the whole like hallucinatory dream sequence section, because I woke up out of it in the real world again when I started my game. So I think I'm hoping there wasn't another scene in between that I missed, and if I did, I hope it wasn't anything important. But I'm also thinking that there is more to this game than what it seems right now, because I've been killing off these bosses, and there's like 2 left. I'm working on the lizard now, and then there's like 1 after him. But there's still like a large section of the map that seems unexplored, so I'm thinking this can't be it, and after I kill these last 2 guys, it'll open up another thing with a bunch more people to kill, because I feel like I can't be that far. Also, I'm only like level like 25, I think, so like I've got a ways to go, I think. I feel like I might be around the halfway point, but I'm not sure how long Origins is, and I haven't gone to check a walkthrough to see. But I am thoroughly enjoying it. However, I have read something about Assassin's Creed Valhalla that makes me less enthused about the series. Because in the beginning, I tried Assassin's Creed like back in the day. Like I think it was Assassin's Creed 2, and it was okay. But then I reached a mission where I just could not finish it, and it was the most frustrating thing ever, because it took like platforming skills and I couldn't do it, and I was just like, Rah. And also some of the assassinations were like super annoying, and it was just making me really frustrated, and it wasn't fun. So I ended up just giving up in frustration and just saying F it. And I didn't play Assassin's Creed again until Assassin's Creed Liberation, which was on the PS Vita, because I loved the idea of playing a console-style game on a portable. Because before then, like, portables were just like sprite-based 2D versions of the 3D console games. So I was excited to play like a real console-style game on a handheld Vita. And it was great. I really enjoyed that one. I think because it was like smaller, because it was just a portable game on a little cartridge, so you couldn't... It wasn't the big open world. It was an open world, but a smaller one with a shorter story, so I was actually able to finish that one. And I rather enjoyed it, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe the series is cool. Maybe it's okay now. I can play it. Unfortunately, the next game in the series was Black Flag, which you're a pirate, and I hate pirates, so I was like, never mind that one. So that kind of put me off it again, and I just never bothered with it. Like, I didn't really check back with subsequent games in the series. I was like, eh. And then there was one that was like a multiplayer game, and I'm like, well, definitely not. The only thing worse would be a multiplayer pirate game, which I know they exist, and I would never play one, because that is totally not anything that I am at all interested in any way, shape, or form. But then they came out with Origins, and I thought, oh, Ancient Egypt, that's pretty cool. I like that. But I just never got around to playing it. And then with Odyssey, I was like, ha, I couldn't resist that one. So, Exploring Ancient Rome was just too... I couldn't resist that one. And now I've gone backwards and bought Origins on the cheap, because I was told that it's like Odyssey, and I would also enjoy Origins, and I am. But I have read that they are bringing back the stealth aspect to the forefront with Valhalla. So I'm slightly concerned. They're bringing back the one-hit kill with the Assassin Blade, and like the stealth of hiding in public, like in a crowd and stuff. And my concern is, I feel like Origins and Odyssey have it perfectly balanced. And I know like there's people who love the original ones who apparently people don't like Origins and Odyssey because they're less assassin-y. I actually prefer it because I'm not a fan of stealth games, because typically with stealth games you're being sneaky stealthy, and the minute you're seen, like that's it. Game over. You have to restart that entire mission. And it's really annoying because the stealth games, they tend to be like with Liberation even, if you mess up the stealth section, she's not a great hand-to-hand combatant. So it was frustrating because the assassins were never really good at fighting. That's why they had to do the sneaky, stealthy kills. But with Odyssey, you're like a soldier, and Origins, again, like, you can do the stealthy kills, but what I like about it is I can go in and I can do a bunch of stealthy kills, and sometimes I can get everybody stealthy. And then maybe there's like 2 people together, so you stealthy take out one, but then you can still fight hand-to-hand combat and take out the other one. Or a few of them all at once. And like, I find it's a good mix of stealth and normal combat. So I would rather they don't amp up the stealth and make it frustrating and difficult, because I'm not good at it, and I find it really frustrating. But then also, I'm not too concerned, I think, because he's a Viking, and I'm sorry, but a Viking should be good at regular combat. So I don't think I need to worry too much. But again, it's a ways out, so we'll see what happens. So come back next week and I'll tell you some more stuff and find out if that bootleg PlayStation controller actually works. And stay safe and stay home. Bye!